Good morning, Arav. Good morning, Pearl. Very good afternoon. Good afternoon, Pearl and Arav. Children, can you hear me? Arav, Pearl, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Ria.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Dad. Let everybody join in.
Good afternoon,
Okay, Pearl, please
ma'am.
don't do that. You know that how much I hate this.
Isn't hates a strong word for our voices?
Not for
Aren't don't we have
voices.
good
I love
voices?
your voices. I just don't like it when you people just sing it all because that's not the way it is supposed to be. It's supposed
Oh,
to wish a very crisp good afternoon. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yes, that's the way you should.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Sarthak. Let everybody join in and then we have to go to the market today, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? So there is all ready to go to the market. He's all dressed up and decked up.
Yes, ma'am. Already.
Sarthak is ready as well. Sarthak, ready to go to the market?
Yes, ma'am.
Sarthak, your camera is glitching. Riya Kashyap, can't you keep the video on, beta?
Ma'am, can I,
ma'am,
ma'am,
we're
can I
on
turn
some.
off my
Good
video?
afternoon, ma'am.
Okay,
Good
Sarthak.
afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, kids, let's get started. Okay, by the way, this was our comprehension lecture. But since we have chapters to complete, so we are doing that first. Once the chapters will be completed, we'll take one
So,
lecture
ma'am,
for comprehension.
at last we will do comprehension.
Afterwards, like these two lectures I'm
Ma'am,
taking for agriculture.
ma'am, there is a problem in my video.
I can say that, Sarthik. It's okay. No worries.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Ma'am,
afternoon,
first
Good
we will go
afternoon.
to weekly market.
Right. Today we have to go to the weekly market. So let's get started. Just give me a moment.
Okay, ma'am.
Let everyone join in. Right, kids?
Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Beta. How are you?
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
I'm
a
good.
producer also can be a consumer.
Producer can also be a consumer. Right?
Right now we will do comprehension or
So we are
SST.
doing market around us, Beta.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So
Please
yes,
wait.
In the
I'm
next
bringing my
period,
book.
we will do comprehension.
I'm thinking it like I wanted to utilize both these speed lectures for this only. SST
Ma'am,
only.
that is the best decision for me.
That is a
Ma'am, best decision.
yeah, because I think it is a need for the hour. That's why I have to do it. Right? So let's get started. Who is gonna read first? Yes, Dhyarapal, read from the types of market.
Okay, ma'am. Types of markets. Weekly markets. In almost all the cities, big and small, the weekly bazaars or weekly markets are a common feature. There are They are called so because they are held every week on a fixed day. Thousands of such markets springing up every week by the roadside in many neighborhoods of various cities. Delhi, for example, is a city that becomes the buzzing center of such markets every week in different areas.
Okay. So as he read that, then he told about it, the weekly market. So in almost every city, whether it's a big city or a small city, we get such markets. Have you ever seen a weekly market, children? If I ask you people,
Yes, ma'am.
have you
I
come?
Yes,
do,
ma'am.
yes, ma'am. Long time ago, I went.
Like now, so because of Corona, many of the markets have no.
And last time. Ma'am, 1
Good
year.
afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, everyone. Right, but still, we have the market. So they are called. Why do they call them weekly market? They are called weekly market because they are held after every week. For example, In Bareilly, we have Thursday market. Okay, in the Bada Bazaar kind of an area. We have Thursday.
Ma'am, on Thursdays, ma'am, our market is closed.
No, that is why Thursday, because they have weekly market. The main market, the main market is closed on Thursdays. That's why they get like, what do you think, Kavya? The shops which they put in these weekly markets, are they fixed shops? No, they are makeshift shops. Makeshift shops means they get their stuff, they get their shop arranged for the day, and when they're moving, they take all the stuff again back home. And after 1 week, they'll come again with all the stuff, they'll arrange it, and then they'll go back home like that. Okay, so that's what we call makeshift market or weekly market. Okay. Next is
Yes, ma'am.
what next is like they are known as, that's why they are known as weekly market. So in Bareilly, because the main market is closed on Thursdays, that's why they get ample of space to put up their shops on the roadside, right? That's why on Thursdays we have a weekly market here. In some places there is Sunday market, Monday market, accordingly they do. Right? Understood?
Ma'am, in PGB, we have
Ma'am, the weekly market. Ma'am, the weekly markets do not create jams.
Do not create
Jams.
what? Jams.
Yes, ma'am,
That
jam.
is why they put that market on a day when the main market is off. Got it?
Okay, ma'am.
And ma'am,
Bareilly,
at
Hanji?
ma'am, at different places, the day which is fixed for the market to be closed are different. So, ma'am,
Exactly. In Bareilly, we get the market gets shut on Thursdays. In some places it gets shut on Tuesdays. In some places it gets shut
Wednesday.
on
Here it is shuts on Monday.
where on Monday?
Ma'am, Paratpur.
Oh, okay. I have no idea about it. Fine. So that's what the weekly markets are about, right? Then they have also told us that, see, they put up the shops in the morning, right? The huddle together. Huddle means they all come together, right? These markets are makeshift markets. Underline that word. See, I told you, children, makeshift
Yes,
markets,
ma'am.
right? They can shift their shops anywhere they want to. Underline the term. They are makeshift markets. The traders set up their shops around the afternoon, or you can say, I think almost around the morning, 10, 11 by 11ish, they put up their shop.
Ma'am, where we are reading?
Hanji,
Ma'am, where we are reading?
we are reading on page number 256 now.
Okay.
On the
Okay,
first para.
first para. Got it? So you have not read this question. They have read? You read one
Yes, ma'am.
You read
Yes,
one
ma'am.
paragraph only, no? Yes.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
will
I
read
read
from
only
100
one.
together on 255.
Ma'am, pardon?
Read from 100
255.
given on page 255, the last two lines. Read from there.
Okay, ma'am. Huddled together. These markets are makeshift markets. The traders set up their shops around the afternoon and close them by late evening. These shops offer just about everything from vegetables to clothes, utensils, groceries, and household items. At some places, you would also find hawkers selling food items. These food items are generally prepared with the help of their family members. So they save the money they would otherwise spend on hiring people to help them in preparation. These markets are very popular and frequented by the people from all.
Kavya got disconnected, right? Did you get disconnected, children?
Yes,
From all-
ma'am.
Kavya,
From
did
all
you get
sections of the
disconnected, beta?
society. Yes, ma'am, I got disconnected.
Completed now. Read it fast.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes.
People from all sections of the society. Let's see what different buyers have to say about these markets? We have to read zoo box also.
Right, stop here. Now the thing what he read is that why is it so that why these people get like they good makeshift law? First of all, that they do not have this much money. Once they do not have a fixed job, it clearly shows that these people do not have much money to hire others, right? That is why they do not hire other people to work in their shops. Like whenever they come and they just bring some people of their household only. They can be their children, their brothers, sisters, which help them in making the putting the shops around. And their shops offer us everything, like they can be of vegetables, of clothes, of some decorative items, etc. Right? There,
Yes, ma'am.
they can be of anything. Have you we been to
Yes,
a
ma'am.
weekly market now? They have shops of everything. They can be food shop there, shoe shop there, and number of shops, right?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So then they also have like food items, sweet they also have there. So they generally prepare it with the help of their family members so that they can save money. Otherwise, they have to spend all the money on hiring people. Then what will they earn? Right? So these markets are very popular and frequented by people from all sections of the society. It's not like only the poor goes there, only the rich goes there. No. All sections of society visit these markets.
The common people.
Hanji?
Like the natives or the common people around that
The
market.
middle class mostly like from poor to middle class goes there. Not the elite class you will not find here. The elite class is the only class we shall not find in the weekly markets. Otherwise,
Gucci.
Ma'am,
okay.
we will find them in malls.
Yes, you find the elite class and malls, right? So let's see what different buyers have to say about these markets. There's Mrs. Rai, Sonia and her friend buying books. You can see those pictures given here, right? Yes, read about Mrs. Rai. Shall we skip it? Like, let's go to later. Next one. There's
No, we
just
can skip
different
it.
markets.
Don't skip.
Ma'am, it's just their experience.
Yes. Yes,
We
I
can
will
skip
read
it.
next. As seen previously. Avalar.
Okay, ma'am. As seen previously in the weekly markets, goods are available at very low prices. This is because the shops of the traders are temporary arrangements for the day. A permanent shop, on the other hand, requires a lot of expense in the form of rent, salaries of the employees, taxes to the government, bills for electricity and phone. The weekly traders keep the goods that they sell in the market at their homes and employ the labor of their own family members in selling them. Hence, they are able to sell their goods at lower prices. Competition in the weekly market also helps in bargaining as there are several shops selling the same items. If one trader does not settle a bargain, the buyer can always buy the same product elsewhere in the market, possibly at a lower price.
Right. Read at a lower rate. Okay. So as he has read and told us that what happens here is like usually what is the thing is as seen previously the weekly markets goods are available at very low prices, right? You will not get very expensive stuff then. No, you can buy the things at cheap prices easily available. You don't need to make like do expensive stuff there. No, you'll get cheap price like goods at cheap prices there which are easy to buy, right? Next, why is it so? This is because the shops are what the shops are of the traders are temporary arrangements, do not have fixed shops, they're not paying huge rents of the shops, which they'll take from your pocket only, like they do it in the malls, right? So there's nothing like that. A permanent shop, on the other hand, requires a lot of expense. They have to pay salary to the people they have hired, they have to pay rent, right? Taxes to the government, bills for electricity and phone, etc. That is why when we purchase something from those permanent shop, we get the thing so expensive, right? Isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Right.
Ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the weekly traders keep the goods that they sell in the market in their homes and employ the labor that of their own family members only in selling them. They do not hire somebody else from outside, right? Whom they have to pay. Okay. That is why they're able to sell goods at cheap prices. And here we do a lot of bargaining. Like whenever like we are very afraid of going to the markets with our mothers like that, no? They do a lot of bargaining. But can you bargain in a mall?
Not at
No.
all.
Can you
Not
bargain
at
in the
all.
store
No,
of
ma'am.
Adidas or
They
Puma
will
or
say,
anything like that?
this is our fixed price.
No,
You
ma'am.
cannot bargain only there. They do not have this policy of bargaining. You cannot bargain at Big Bazaar as well. But this is the
No, but
price
we
you have to
cannot
purchase
discount.
it at this much only. But when we go to the local shops and the weekly markets, have you been to your mothers there? With your mothers there? Have you seen how do they bargain?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, so
Many
almost-
times.
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody
Almost
I'm
bargains.
seeing
each
many
and every
times.
single person do this.
Hanji?
Ma'am, may I tell an
Like
example?
out of 10, there must be 9 people who do bargaining.
Exactly. Out of 10,
Ma'am,
there's
but
9 people.
ma'am, but I'm against bargaining.
It is everybody's own will. Like even I am not very fond of bargaining to be honest, because I could not even do it. But some people are very good at it. They do bargain a lot.
It's a art.
It's an
Ma'am,
art.
how can
Right?
people do it? Like literally, it's actually an art. Like India's got talent. There should be a talent of bargaining as well.
It is,
Correct.
and it is not. You know what people think like okay because middle class people only do the bargaining. No, even the elite class people, the rich, like they also do bargaining. You have seen many interviews in which
Ma'am,
they ask.
ma'am,
the
they
elite class,
use their, ma'am, like, ma'am, what we say, order in English?
which place they are on, their authority.
Ma'am, they use their place by saying that I'm so much big personality.
Like
Give me
what
this.
I feel is like we should not bargain. Like many of the people, if they're going on a rickshaw, they bargain it with the rickshaw wala. Like no, don't take 20 rupees, take 15 rupees only. Take 10. Like that is, I think, a place where bargaining is not required. When we cannot bargain with those people
ma'am.
sitting in the
Ma'am,
malls,
may I tell
try
an
to
example?
bargain it with these poor people, right? So that's my opinion. Rest everybody is able to have their own opinion. Yes, Kavya?
Ma'am, it's all
Ma'am,
about
a
our
person.
opinion only.
Anji?
Ma'am, all bargaining is all about our opinion.
Exactly. Right? It is people's own opinion. Whatever a
Yes,
person
ma'am.
wants to do, they can do it like that.
Ma'am, but sometimes people just sell the thing
Ma'am?
in such a high price. Like
Yes,
I
wherever you
remember,
see that, this is something which we get to realize that okay, whether the prices of this thing are genuine or not. If you feel that okay, this is genuine price, let it be, then getting paying 5 to 10 rupees less is not going to make any hard difference on our pockets. But if you think that yes, the price is not genuine at all, and there you think you must bargain, then you must do that. Okay.
ma'am, like once I went with my mother to buy something, and just 10 meters far away from it, like the price was high, so we went to the other shop. The same product, it was like double of the original
I
price.
can't tell you when I go to shop with my mother at times to local markets. I used to be so no, like Mama, please don't do it. She used to quote half of the price. If somebody has sold, okay, it is a 500 rupees. She used to say, give it to me in 250. And you will not believe. I used to be hiding my face and then, Mama, what have you said? How can he give? But then that guy used to sell it to her in 250 rupees. So that is the kind of margin these people
Oh
have
my
in
God.
market. So if a person
This is actually a talent.
Ma'am, 0 rupees is less or 50 rupees is less.
what?
What are you? Ma'am,
What
he is
type of
asking
question
0
is that?
rupees
Hassan,
is less or
Hassan,
50 rupees is less.
I think 50
What?
rupees is less, 0 is more,
Are
right?
you serious? 0 is 0. No rupees.
What?
That's what I'm saying, na. He would
What
at
are you
least
saying?
earn 50.
What are you saying, Hassan? Please explain it.
Ma'am, if it is 50, ma'am, he is saying that, ma'am, he can buy it free.
No, what is Hassan trying to say? I am not able to understand.
I'm trying to say that instead of getting 100% loss, he could get little 10% profit.
See, your point is right, Hassan, but the way you explained it was very, difficult to get.
Garble.
Got it, Hassan?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, your point is right, but the comparison of 0 to 50 was a bit difficult to get. But chalo, it's good. coming up with new ideas. So that is the kind of margin they have, children, right? Like often we do not realize that, we think that okay, it's fine, it may be genuine, but you will be like, oh my god, this much of margin. And what do you think? If that person has given that product to my mother in half of the price, is he giving it at loss? He's
No,
still
ma'am.
having profit in it, which means the cost price of that product must be 100. That's why 100 or 150 to the max. That's why he quoted it for 500. But then when she bargained, he gave it to her to at 250 as well. Still, he might be having the profit.
Those people who just agree very easily that yeah, we can sell you at this price,
Sometimes
means
fishy.
they are gaining profit after that as well.
Exactly, they agree so
Yes,
easily. We
Ma'am,
just
if they
don't
give
get to
easily,
understand that.
ma'am, in our brains of one thing would come. कुछ तो गड़बड़ है.
Yeah, like
There.
After buying these things always happens, like if
Ma'am,
the
ma'am,
person
not only
lets
my
them
mother, ma'am,
bargain
my
easily, then
father
they
also
say
does
the
bargaining.
material must be not that good, that's why he agrees.
that's why my father used to say, why my father was always
Ma'am,
against
ma'am,
bargaining.
he does math bargaining. He
My father was
tells the
against
shopkeeper
bargaining because
that
he used
this
to say,
much percent
get the
profit you will
content.
get.
If you get the product at 250, now you might be thinking, oh shit, I should have quoted 200 rupees. He would have given me 200 as well, right? So these things also come to our mind. Okay, now shall we move forward?
Yes,
yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, read next, Rachel.
Now we are going to shops in our neighborhood.
Yes, Rachel, read next, better.
Shop in the neighborhood. The local shops from where we buy things whenever needed are very important. They are located near our homes and are open throughout the week. Seldom will we find these shops closed. These shops may be of different types. Some are permanent, while others are roadside stalls, like those of fruit and vegetable vendors, dhabas, and shops of mechanics. These shops stock a variety of goods, including things of everyday use like grains, cosmetics, eatables, and stationery. Let us take a look at such a small store in a locality.
Right, so here they have given about good luck store case study they have given. So now they're talking about shops and neighborhood. Like you people are already aware of the shops you have in your neighborhood and how important they are. Because whenever we need anything, we can easily go and get it, right? Seldom will find these shops closed. These shops may be of different types. Some of are these permanent and others are roadside stalls like those of fruit, vegetable vendors, dhabas, and shops of mechanics, right? So these shops stock a variety of goods, including everyday things like grains, cosmetics, eatable stationery, etc. Okay. Uh, shall we talk about it? Shall we skip it? Let's talk about the good luck store. Okay,
Ma'am, skip.
read Sarthak.
Okay, ma'am. Good Luck Store. The Good Luck Store is one of the three big stores in the locality of Azad Nagar in Delhi. The owner of the shop is Madha Prasad. His
Mahadev,
customers
it's Mahadev.
Madhav Prasad. His customer come from the neighborhood houses. His shops is gen- his shop is generally crowded because it has a variety of goods to offer. To handle the demands of the customers, he has kept two helpers. The goods at his shop include household items such as grains, cereals, spices, salts, sugars, soap, detergent,
Shampoo and others.
shampoo, and others. He also sells stationery and cosmetic items along with packaged food items. He has rental a small portion of his shop to a vegetable vendor who gives him a monthly rent of rupees 2000.
People buy these goods from his shop either by paying cash or on credit. Those who wish to buy on credit maintain a record with themselves, and Mahadev also keeps updating his credit register and with the latest purchases of his customers. At the end of the month, he sends the bill to his customers after calculating from his credit register. The customers pay the bill in the first week of every month. Recently, he has also introduced a system of home delivery. His helpers, at the request of the customers, deliver goods to their homes.
Right? So a very genuine like case they have given here. Like you might have also seen, whenever we have some shops in neighborhoods, so at times even if we do not have money, we can purchase things from those shops at credit, and those shopkeepers maintain a credit register in which we keep on writing all the things which we have purchased, and by the end of the month they send a slip to our houses, and then we pay to them. And now most of the stores are providing home deliveries too, right kids? Anything difficult? Anything you did not understand?
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am, very easy.
Cool.
Ma'am, very easy.
I know it is. Now let's talk about the shopping complexes and malls. Unfortunately, we just have one in Bareilly, right? Which will be read by. Yes.
Ma'am, I have heard that
Ma'am, do you
one
know,
more is
ma'am, there is
building.
some offers like buy two get one free.
Yes, there are many offers as
Ma'am,
such.
in those, ma'am, most of the people do like the free item. Ma'am, they cut the bill, cut the money of the price of that free item.
Obviously, do you think that they are going to give you it free? No, nothing is provided you for free, of course. No, it is just a way to
Ma'am,
the customers.
ma'am,
Yes, Avana.
ma'am, there is one more shopping complex in Bareilly. Ma'am, that is ma'am V-Mart.
V-Mart is a shopping complex, not a mall.
Easy Day is also
ma'am.
shopping
Yes,
complex.
shopping complexes we have many, like we have Vishal Mega Mart, V-Mart, Easy Day, right? But we do not have malls. We have only one mall, right? Okay. Yes. Chali, who will read about it? Who has not read? Riya Kashyap, would you read? Amesha will read today. Amesha?
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, the moment I opened my mic, you said Amisha.
You can read the
Shopping complexes and malls. Besides the weekly markets and the shops in the neighborhood, there are also shopping complexes in the urban areas. These shopping complexes are a cluster of shops within a defined area. In recent times, the urban areas have also been a rise in multi-storied air-conditioned buildings where shops are found on each floor. They are called shopping malls. The shops in the shopping complexes and malls sell both branded and non-branded goods. However, you will find that the malls, as compared to shopping complexes, sell more of branded items. In fact, the mall house a number of big showrooms of companies selling all kinds of goods. To increase the sales in these exclusive showrooms, the companies create a brand image and advertise on a large scale, as you have read in the chapter on advertisement. The branded goods are often priced much higher than the non-branded goods because of the money invested in setting up such big showrooms and advertisements. Bargaining in these shops is not possible as they are fixed price shops.
Okay, thank you so much, Amesha. So, children, as Amesha read, it was as very easy to understand, I think, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Right?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
yes, a question can come with what is the differences between shopping complexes and malls, right? So the shopping complex, what is a shopping complex? It is a cluster of shops within a defined area. Like if we talk about Vishal Mega Mart or V Mart, for example, there you get all of the stuff you want to in that defined area only. In that mart only, you can get clothes, you can get confectionery, you can get utensils, pillows, bed sheets, everything, right? And the urban areas have also seen a rise in multi-storied air-conditioned buildings where shops are found on each floor. They are known as shopping malls. So one differentiation we get between the definition of these two things. Got it, children?
Yes, ma'am.
I hope you're
Yes,
marking
ma'am.
it out. I hope you're marking it out because it will be easy for you to write. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? So one difference we got this, the difference between shopping mall and complex. Then the shops in the shopping complexes and malls sell both branded and non-branded goods. But again, as we know that malls mostly have branded items, right? In malls we find different stores of different brands, right?
Yes.
We do not find local things in the mall, right? We find branded items only. Whereas in these shopping complexes, you can find non-branded items, right? They are sending all kinds of goods, right? The malls house number of big showrooms to increase sales in these exclusive showrooms, and they also advertise a lot. And then again, we know that the branded goods are often priced way too much higher than the non-branded goods because the money invested in setting up the shop, big showrooms, and in advertisements, all this money. You know, if a brand has
But the
kept
quality is
Shah Rukh
also
Khan as the
better.
brand ambassador, then the money which he's paying to Shah Rukh Khan, he has taken that money from our pockets only, right? Isn't it? Am I right or
Yes,
not?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Right? So that is what no, when a father says, when we say, oh, there's a discount, the sale is going on, let's go for shopping. When they say us that it is all a way to lure you to buy things, they're absolutely right, isn't it? Okay.
Ma'am,
And
in
again,
sales, they do like this, the thing which is more costlier than the other, they add the price of that thing and give other.
exactly, they have just their own ways to do this, right? So, yes, and although we know at times that some things are way too expensive. For example, have you heard of that brand called Sabyasachi children?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
we
Yes,
know, but
ma'am.
never bought.
Like it
Yes,
is way too expensive. Literally, one person has to sell their kidneys to buy products, the saris and the t-shirts, even though of those that brand.
कपड़ों का
Yes,
iPhone.
ma'am.
Right? हाँ, कपड़ों का iPhone, you can say that. iPhones
Ma'am,
are
it
still
would be like,
cheaper. But iPhones
ma'am,
are still cheaper
the
as compared
sarees
to
are made of
Sabyasachi.
gold.
Hanji?
Ma'am, they sell like the sarees are made of gold.
Seriously. And people do buy
Dynamite.
them too. People do buy them too. So what can we do in that? People have the capacity, that's why they are making it too costly. Okay, and though we know that okay, this is totally overpriced. Why are they like if you people watch Shark Tank, then that lady came in Shark Tank, remember?
Overpricing lead to non-scaling.
Listen, no, a lady came in Shark Tank. She used to sell clothes. She was a designer. She was selling reusable clothes,
Yes,
which you
ma'am.
can
Ma'am,
multiple.
Reusable. I
yes,
saw.
ma'am.
If you see when she quoted the price, one thing which she was making for 600, she was selling that for 5,500.
50, 55 it
50.
was. My guess it was 15.
Yes, 5,500. So that is what kind of margin they have. Although we know that these brands are having this margin, we like they can give us some next rates, but still we can have to bargain in these shops, right? Got it? Okay, now let's talk about chain of markets. Yes, Ria, now you'll read. So children, have you understood the difference between shopping complex and malls?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Chain of markets. The goods like vegetables and fruits are produced at farms, while other like shoes, leather, goods, clothes, and medicines are produced in factories. Customers do not go to the factories or farms to buy goods. They buy these goods either from the weekly market neighborhood shops or from the shopping complexes. Have you ever wondered how these trader procures the items that they sell to the customers? The answer to this lies in the chain markets that exist everywhere.
Now, what is the meaning of
So,
chain of markets? What do we mean by this? Chain of markets. If you have to explain
The
it.
markets in a line.
Markets in a line. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
right? So the goods like vegetables, fruits, and are produced at farms, while the things like shoes, leather goods, clothes, and medicine. Anji,
Stadium Road is a chain of markets.
you can say that, right? So the goods, some of them are produced at farms, some of them are produced in factories. But that is not what we call chain of markets. Abhi, I'll tell you, the chain of markets refer to the chain where they buy the things from factories to the wholesaler, then to the trader, then to the retailer. This is what we call chain of markets, right? What you children are saying, that's different. Okay, got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So, like you and me, we are not going to the factory of Colgate to get Colgate from there. Do we go to the factory of it? Where do
No,
we get
ma'am.
Colgate from? From a nearby shop, right?
Ma'am, retailers.
Canteen.
From the retailers, right? Like
Ma'am, from
customers
canteen.
do not go to these places. They buy goods either from the weekly shops, neighborhood shops, or from the shopping complexes or malls, right? But how do these traders procure the items that they sell to the customers? अभी कहाँ से आते हैं? First of all, we know the manufacturer, we know about the factories. Now let's talk about the wholesale traders. Yes, there you have something to say.
Ma'am, these canteens, military canteens are shopping complex.
Kind of a complex, yes. You can call it a complex because you get variety of materials under one roof, right?
Okay, ma'am.
Although I haven't seen one, so I don't have much idea about it. But since I know,
Ma'am, there we get each and everything, ma'am. Utensils
yes, I
and
know.
ma'am, electric, all the things. Grocery and everything.
Yeah. Okay. So yes, Arshia,
I want to tell something.
tell something. Keep your camera on.
Ma'am, a mall is constructing in Bareilly.
Another mall.
Ma'am, it's constructing. I don't know the exact area, but it's like near Butler.
Beta
Butler.
yeah, that,
near Mission Hospital.
that I am aware of, but that has been constructing from ages.
Yes, ma'am, that's the problem. It's like
constructing from ages.
the Lal Phatak pull, and this is like
Exactly.
I think it will be constructed after a century when we will be old.
Maybe. It is very, very much possible. Yes, there.
Ma'am, one day, ma'am, we were having this only conversation. Ma'am, when you asked that where or under tunnels are there in Bareilly, so ma'am, I said one under tunnel is being constructed on Lal Phatak also.
There is nothing.
Ma'am, I am sending you the image of that under construction. I am sending on a
Okay.
personal number.
Right. So
Actually, the place from where I
okay.
Ma'am, from where I come, so between the Lal Phatak comes, and ma'am, it's constructing since so much long time, and our bus used to go
I not
like
realize, Arshia.
cake and everything.
My friend.
Ma'am, what is the
lived
meaning
there.
of bulk?
Where I used to study, my school was in Can. So I used to go to Can. Like I did not have to cross that, but my friends used to come from there. So we used to go to a friend's place from there.
Ma'am,
Since I was in school,
Ab yahan-
since that time the problem is going on. The construction was approved back then. It started later on, but it's still just being.
Ma'am, every time firstly it was not approved, and then when it's approved, then it was not approved by the railways, and then it was approved by the railways, then it was not approved by the Kent one. Now it's approved by them as well. Then I don't. Yeah, and Kent also. And after that, the pull is not constructing. I don't know what's the problem.
That's the trouble with the country.
And ma'am, now only the railway part is left. Ma'am, means the bridge over railway and the under tunnel.
Still, they're making a lot of stuff. Development is happening.
And ma'am, we all people go and go for a walk on bridge and have a lot of fun.
Great. So, like meeting will be ended. Let's talk about wholesalers first.
Ma'am, I have sent on your personal number.
What have you said?
Ma'am, image of under tunnel being constructed.
Ma'am, could
Ma'am,
you
a
please
part
screenshot?
is We can see from
Okay.
where we will enter.
Okay. Good. Okay. So let's
Madam, see, I was telling correct.
good. Let's see. The meeting is about to end. Let me tell you quickly about the wholesale traders. So the goods that are produced in the factories are first bought by traders known as wholesale traders. They purchase these things in bulk. Bulk means in very huge quantities, not one or two pieces. No, they purchase these things in bulk in great quantities. Then the wholesale traders picks up the goods from the factory or farm in bulk. For example, a wholesale trader trading in grains would pick up grains in quintals and not in a few kilos, and then they store these in large quantities in their go downs, right? And their go downs, the meaning we all know, right? It's given in the book as well. And there are wholesale traders for all kinds of goods. They sell their goods to other traders in the market